Hey everyone, and welcome! Let's dive right into today's explainer, where we're going on a magical garden adventure. We're going to explore how some of the tiniest things in nature can actually teach us incredibly big ideas. We've got a really fun story lined up that breaks down exactly how our natural world works together, kicking things off with a very familiar, cheerful sound, buzz, buzz, buzz. So I want you to think about this for a second. Did you know a tiny bee can help a whole garden grow? Honestly, it seems kind of impossible for something so small to do something so massive, right? Well, to understand exactly how this works, we need to meet our tiny hero, Bella Bee. Picture this. Bella is just waking up in her cozy golden hive. The warm morning light is filtering right through the honeycomb walls, and she is getting ready to do a very big job today. All right, let's jump right into section 1, Morning in the Garden, Bella's Big Job. Imagine Bella stretching her tiny, fuzzy little legs. She wiggles her body, gently flutters her clear wings, and heads right out of her hive into a bright, sunny garden that is literally filled with beautifully swaying flowers of every color you can imagine. Buzz, buzz, busy bee, flying by the flower tree. Now, Bella isn't just flying around for fun, she's on a serious mission. She lands safely and gently on her very first stop of the day, a bright, smiling yellow sunflower. You see, what Bella finds deep down inside that sunflower is something called nectar. Nectar is basically a deliciously sweet liquid inside flowers that bees absolutely love to drink. It's the perfect breakfast. So Bella uses her tiny bee tongue to sip it right up. But while she's enjoying her sweet treat, something a little unexpected happens. Uh-oh, what is that yellow powder? Bella looks down and suddenly notices that this tiny, glowing yellow dust is sticking all over her fuzzy legs and her body. She's definitely curious. She wiggles a little bit, and some of the powder floats right up into the air. What in the world could this strange stuff be? Well, to answer that, we get to meet another wonderful friend in the garden. Enter Captain Clover. He's a wise, gentle, purple flower swaying in the breeze, and he tells her that is pollen. It has an important job. Captain Clover kindly reassures our little bee that she has absolutely nothing to worry about. This powder isn't a mess at all. It's actually a masterpiece of nature. So what exactly is he talking about? Well, pollen is simply a tiny, glowing powder made by flowers. When bees visit these flowers to get a quick sip of sweet nectar, this completely safe and super helpful powder naturally sticks right to their fuzzy bodies. It's actually supposed to happen exactly like that. Which brings us to section 2, how pollination actually works, moving from flower to flower. So when Bella finishes her snack and flies over to land on a red tulip, she brings all that golden pollen right along with her on her fuzzy legs. As she lands, some of that yellow pollen from the sunflower actually rubs off onto the tulip. And you guys, this brings us to a very big, very important science word, pollination. Let's sound it out together nice and slow. Pa-li-na-tion. Pollination is simply when pollen moves from one flower to another flower. Sharing this powder is actually Bella's true superpower. And we can break this amazing process down into 3 really simple steps. Step 1, pollen is shared between the flowers. Step 2, that shared pollen actually helps the flowers make seeds. And step 3, those seeds eventually grow into brand new plants and beautiful blooms. So by simply visiting flowers to get a quick snack, Bella is actually helping the entire garden grow. How cool is that? Moving right along to section 3, counting flowers with Bella. Let's count together. Now that Bella realizes she's a tiny helper with a massive job, she is so excited. She wants to help even more flowers. And just look at the amazing variety in this garden. Bella starts at flower number 1, the yellow sunflower. Then she bounces right over to flower number 2, the red tulip. Next up, she flutters over to flower number 3, a crisp white daisy. The garden is just bursting with different colors and shapes, and Bella is busy visiting them one by one. And she just keeps going. 4, 5, 6, all the way to 10. 10 whole flower stops. Bella finishes up her incredible counting adventure on a lovely, sweet-smelling lavender flower. Great job, Bella. But hold on a second. One tiny bee is simply not enough. I mean, 10 flowers is an amazing amount of work for one little bee, sure. But a garden has hundreds, maybe even thousands of flowers. Bella can't possibly visit the entire garden all by herself. It's just way too big of a job for one bee. So what is she going to do? That perfectly leads us to section 4. Teamwork makes gardens grow. Here come the buzz buddies. Suddenly, Bella hears a very familiar sound, more buzzing. Her fuzzy, friendly buzz buddies fly right into the garden to help her out. They start dividing up the work. One bee takes the daisies, another takes the clovers, buzzing here, buzzing there, reaching every single corner of the garden. Captain Clover is watching all this beautiful cooperation and shares this absolutely perfect thought. Bees help flowers, flowers help bees, and together they help the garden. This right here is exactly how teamwork happens in nature. When many small helpers work together, they can accomplish something truly massive. Let's look at section 5, Safe Bee Watching Rules, How to Be a Nature Friend. Now let's bring this back to you. If you're walking outside in your own yard or maybe at a park and you spot a busy bee working, what should you do? Well, here are Bella's gentle rules for us. First off, give the bees space. They are super busy working hard to pollinate. Second, watch safely from far away. You can still see all their amazing work without getting too close. And third, do not touch them. We just want to let the bees do their important job totally undisturbed. Captain Clover actually sums it up with a really simple rhythmic 3-step rule so we can be the absolute best kind of nature friends. Kind eyes, safe hands, happy garden. Seriously, if we use our kind eyes to watch and keep our hands safe and to ourselves, the whole garden stays happy and peaceful. And as the day finally winds down, the sun begins to set in the glowing garden. The sky turns this comforting, beautiful shade of golden orange and pink. Bella and her buzz buddies are definitely tired, but they're so happy. They gathered nectar, they carried pollen, they counted flowers, and they showed us the power of teamwork. Now, they're flying safely back to their cozy hive to get some well-deserved rest. Which leaves us with this final, powerful thought. Bella showed us today that even the smallest creatures can make a massive difference in the world. So I've got to ask you, if tiny helpers can do big things, what big things will you help with today? How can you use teamwork in your own life to help your friends, your family, or your own neighborhood thrive? It's something to think about. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep buzzing with curiosity until next time.